From the small town of Whitburn, Scotland, to the global stage, Lewis Capaldi's story is a raw testament to the power of authenticity, heartbreak, and humor in crafting one of modern music's most relatable voices. But how does a self-proclaimed Scottish Beyoncé win hearts worldwide? This is the story of a voice that stops time, a personality that steals the spotlight, and a journey filled with laughter, tears, and chart-topping triumphs. Early life and family roots. Lewis Mark Capaldi was born on October 7, 1996, in Glasgow, Scotland, the youngest of 4 siblings. His parents, Mark and Carol Capaldi, were hardworking and supportive, fostering a warm family environment that valued humor and creativity. Raised in Whitburn, a small town situated between Glasgow and Edinburgh, Lewis grew up surrounded by music, humor, and love. Even as a child, Lewis showed an affinity for performing, often entertaining his family with his antics. He once confessed to being a class clown, a trait that later became a defining aspect of his public persona. But beneath his comedic exterior lay a deeply emotional and introspective side, which would later form the foundation of his music. At the age of 9, Lewis picked up a guitar, and his relationship with music began. His early influences ranged from Queen to the soul-stirring melodies of Paolo Nutini and Adele. By the time he was 12, he was writing his own songs and performing at local pubs, sometimes sneaking in underage to pursue his passion. Musical beginnings. Lewis's first significant break came through sheer determination and the power of the internet. After years of performing at small gigs, he uploaded a demo track to SoundCloud in 2014. His raw talent caught the attention of Ryan Walter, a manager who would later play a pivotal role in shaping Capaldi's career. By 2017, Capaldi's single Bruises catapulted him into the limelight. The song amassed millions of streams on Spotify, making him the fastest and signed artist to reach 25 million plays on the platform. The haunting track, infused with pain and vulnerability, set the tone for what would become Capaldi's signature sound. Bruises wasn't just a song, it was a phenomenon. It resonated with listeners across the globe, introducing the world to a voice capable of delivering raw emotion with an authenticity that few could rival. Breakthrough and stardom. In 2018, Lewis Capaldi's career hit a turning point. He signed with Virgin EMI Records and Capitol Records and began opening for major acts such as Rag & Bone Man, Niall Horan, and Sam Smith. These tours gave him exposure to larger audiences and helped him refine his craft as a live performer. His debut album, Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent, released in May 2019, solidified his place in the music industry. The album's title, humorous and self-deprecating, was quintessentially Capaldi, while the content showcased a depth that belied his years. The album became one of the best-selling albums of the year in the UK and featured hits like Someone You Loved and Hold Me While You Wait. Someone You Loved was the crown jewel of Capaldi's success. The poignant ballad, inspired by personal loss, stayed at the top of the UK singles chart for 7 weeks and eventually earned him his first Grammy nomination. It also reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making Capaldi a household name in the United States. The rise of a relatable star. Beyond his musical achievements, Capaldi's rise to stardom was bolstered by his unmistakable personality. Whether on social media or in interviews, his candid humor and self-deprecating wit endeared him to fans. Capaldi became an internet sensation, sharing memes about himself and poking fun at the trials of fame. His down-to-earth nature set him apart in an industry often criticized for its aloofness. Fans adored his ability to laugh at himself while delivering songs that made them cry. Navigating fame and personal struggles. While Capaldi embraced his newfound fame with humor, it came with challenges. The pressure to follow up his debut album was immense, and the demands of constant touring began to take a toll on his mental health. Capaldi has been open about his struggles with anxiety, an issue that resonated with fans who appreciated his vulnerability. In 2020, he released Before You Go, a heart-wrenching track inspired by the death of a close family member. The song highlighted Capaldi's ability to turn personal pain into universally relatable art. It became another hit, reinforcing his reputation as one of the most emotionally resonant artists of his generation. The second album, Broken by Desire to be Heavenly Sent. After a brief hiatus, Capaldi returned to the studio to work on his sophomore album, Broken by Desire to be Heavenly Sent, which was released in May 2023. The album retained the emotional intensity of his debut, but showcased a more refined sound. Tracks like Forget Me and Wish You the Best explored themes of heartbreak, nostalgia, and longing. Despite the critical and commercial success of his second album, Capaldi faced increasing challenges in balancing his career with his mental health. In June 2023, during his performance at the Glastonbury Festival, he struggled with vocal issues due to his ongoing battle with Tourette syndrome, a condition he had publicly disclosed in 2022. His candor about his struggles earned him widespread admiration and support from fans and fellow artists alike. The man behind the music. What makes Lewis Capaldi a cultural phenomenon isn't just his music, it's the man behind it. Capaldi has consistently used his platform to advocate for mental health awareness, often sharing his own experiences to break the stigma surrounding the topic. In addition to his advocacy, Capaldi's authenticity shines through in his interactions with fans. Whether it's surprising fans at weddings or engaging in hilarious banter on social media, he goes above and beyond to connect with his audience. Legacy and future. Lewis Capaldi's journey from a small-town boy to a global sensation is nothing short of remarkable. With 2 chart-topping albums and countless accolades, he has carved out a unique space in the music industry. Yet, it's his ability to remain true to himself, despite the pressures of fame, that defines his legacy. As Capaldi continues to navigate the highs and lows of his career, one thing is certain: his voice and vulnerability will continue to resonate with audiences worldwide. Whether he's making fans laugh with a meme or cry with a ballad, Lewis Capaldi has proven that he is more than just a musician. He's a storyteller, a comedian, and an advocate for the human experience. In a world often dominated by perfectionism and pretense, Lewis Capaldi's raw honesty and humor remind us that it's okay to laugh, cry, and feel deeply. His music isn't just a soundtrack to heartbreak, it's a celebration of being human.